All right, guys, we're here today with Shannon Coan, correct?
Yes, sir.
Where y'all out of?
Odessa, Texas.
What do y'all do out there?
A whole lot of nothing.
It's pretty dusty and not a whole lot to do, huh?
Yes, sir. Real dry. In the desert out there.
Yes, sir.
Look forward to coming to events like this so you can see pretty country, 'cause it ain't out that way.
No, sir. It all looks pretty much the same.
Yes, sir.
There ain't a whole lot. I've spent a little bit of time down there doing some work, but it's different. So tell me about these bulls you have that they're in the World Finals right now, the PBR World Finals.
Yes, sir. Smooth Steel. He's up tonight in the rank pen. He's a bull that real proud of. He's got, I think his record's 40-2 right now. And he's rode once when he was a 3-year-old. And he's only been rode once ever since doing the big shows, Unleash the Beast and team stuff. It was in Albany, New York. He had a little bit of off trip. Some people may have seen him in Louisville the other day. Casio Diaz drew him, and he bucked Casio off at 3.05 or something. He's a pretty stout bull.
Really?
So I think he's ranked number 19 right now. And last year in the Unleash the Beast, he finished 6th in the world.
Man, that's awesome. And you really don't realize how big a thing this is. I'm new to the business of contracting, but when you get here, just the hype and all the things, the stockyards comes alive, and it's pretty cool. And then getting to meet all y'all and all that good stuff. How old is he?
He is 7 years old.
7?
Yeah.
Gotcha. You have any other bulls here?
Yes, sir. We had a classic last night, Johnny Walker Red.
That's right.
He's 3.5, little young actually to be here with the top guys, but we got him in. He's pretty good little bull. He ain't gonna do nothing but go up.
Right. So tell me about this number 1 Derby bull y'all have. That's the one that I hear the most about.
That's my partner, Tom Baker. He is half owner in Rockabilly with Ron with Cottonwood Bucking Bulls. We hope to take full possession of him at the end of this year. He's number 1 in the Derbies, and I think he's number 5 in the Classics right now, and he's just a 3-year-old.
Wow, that's awesome.
He's a real stout.
Got you. So what got you into the business? Or what did you do before this? They start somewhere. Don't typically start in this, but there's a few.
Kind of a long story. Back in my younger and not so smart days, I was bull riding up till I was 30 years old. Got out of it, went into race cars, run a lot of the no prep against a bunch of the street outlaw people, Justin, Shear, and all of them. And then I had a welding business in Odessa. That's how I ended up out there. I was born in this part of the country at Dublin, Texas.
I got you.
But ended up there with a welding business, and we do code work, vessels and stuff for companies. And I had some friends that I wouldn't even watching bull riding. I had some friends that was judges that we used to rodeo together, and they was judging a little backyard show one weekend and asked me to come over. And I said, yeah, I'll come over. Well, I didn't have no intention of coming over, but they showed up. Long story short, I left that show owning 5 bulls, and I've been back in it ever since. And that was 10 years ago.
So you've been in about 10 years total?
Yes, sir.
I got you. Sounds like you like everything that's involved in adrenaline.
Yes, sir.
From bull riding to racing to owning bulls. That's all adrenaline junkie.
Yes,
in a
sir.
definition, pretty much. You got a family?
Yes, sir. I have a wife, April Coan, several kids.
Yeah. Grandkids?
Got 3 grandkids. Really enjoy them.
Yes, sir.
Best part about them, whenever they wear you out, you can send them home.
I'm not to that level yet, but I hope my kids take their time getting there. But that's what I hear.
Yes.
It sounds nice. Mine came with no return label.
No return.
So we have any cool upcoming bulls that you're excited about?
Yes, sir. Real excited. We got a couple of Smooth Steel's sons that's coming up. One which is Smooth Illusions. He's gonna be good. We got another one that he's the dad of. We call Live Wire. Got a couple of Magic Maker bulls and some others. Think they're going to be pretty strong. They're hoping they're showing the good potential of being strong.
Right.
Really excited about that Rockabilly. You know, if we take possession of him at the end of the year after the Derby finals, think he's going to be real strong in next year in the Unleashed Beast team deals wherever we can get him in.
Right. Do you have any favorite cows that mothered some of these great bulls, or you do much breeding?
I don't do much breeding. My partner Tom done a lot of the breeding to cows and stuff, and he has a couple like H42 and a couple of them. They've thrown Smooth Steel, a couple of the others.
Right.
That's real strong. So.
Got you. Well, that's awesome. So what are you thinking about the PBR? I feel like the growth is so substantial. It's been good. I mean, you feel like the same way, or you a little nervous about it, or?
I think, and I use this term to explain it to a lot of people, is like the NHRA drag racing and stuff like that had kind of lost its flow and stuff, and this new team series that they started up, to me, is kind of like the no prep. When it started no prep, you know, drag racing just went crazy again, because you got the people that off the couch to come watch because they were more involved in it. Well, the same thing here. They're getting people more involved with the team deals. You come out, you have a team to cheer on. You ain't just there to watch somebody perform. You got, say, the Rattlers, the Gamblers, and stuff that you're actually rooting for.
Right. I went to a couple of the team events last year, and what you're saying is I feel the same way. Is you had people that I know was probably their first bull riding event they've attended. They may watch it on TV, but I felt like when you go to like the World Finals and stuff, most of the people there are diehard, been watching PBR all their life, yes, or involved in somehow. And then with the team stuff, you're getting people off the couch. You know,
yes,
it's kind of like NASCAR, so to speak. That's kind of what I saw when I looked out there. It was just a whole different walk of life that typically wouldn't attend something like this.
And yeah, you'd be real surprised, you know, with the opportunity we have traveling around, the people you meet. Like we was in Albany, New York, and I was sitting there talking to a guy waiting on our section to go, and he had never even seen a bull. You know, he just couldn't believe that, but he showed up, you know, for that event. So.
Right. So, you know, bucking bulls, I think everybody thinks that they are an animal all the way around as far as being mean, but that's not necessarily true.
No, sir. We got I got Johnny Walker Red. He may run you over trying to get petted, you know. He'll go out of his way to pet. You can't hardly get him on the trailer because he wants to stop and pet, you know. That Smooth Steel, the bull I'm telling you about, out of this world personality. You know, somebody he don't know, he'll jump out and try to bluff him. If you just stand there, he's like, oh, crap. You know, I didn't have no fun.
Right.
So, but they all, for me, and I know most stock contractors, as in yourself, and they're our babies and kids and grandkids. I know a lot of people don't understand that, but we take excellent care of them. they get the best of everything. Somebody asked me, well, what do you feed them bulls? They get ribeye steaks twice a day,
Right.
baked potatoes and stuff, you
Right.
know. So, but yeah, we really love our bulls and take care of them, baby them, sit and pet them, and it's just amazing how they take to you. I got a story I'll tell you that's funny. The other day, we come in early, housed the bulls. They didn't have pens set up. Housed the bulls over there at Shane Pippin's house, a friend of ours at Granbury. Well, the gate didn't get shut good, or the chain, but anyway, Smooth Steel had unchained it, and we pulled up to load him up, take him bull housing. He was out there roaming around with 7, 8 other bulls. I said, is that Smooth? Yeah, it was. He was going across there. Well, he looked up and seen my truck. He was headed that way. And we got out the door and grabbed a little stick because a bunch of other bulls told him, you better go pin up. He turned around, hauled butt, went that pin and got in. You know, he's just like a dog or something,
Right.
you know, kid. So most people would have been scared to death because he's a big old scary bull.
Right.
So.
Well, and that's what I want to accomplish with some of what we're doing with this podcast is explaining the sport of bull riding.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know. It's all perception of what they read on the internet, which we know how that goes.
Yeah.
You can pretty much believe whatever you want to. There's all kinds of stories. But so what do you think makes that bull come alive that makes him buck so hard? What if you could explain it to somebody that's never been behind the scenes as a contractor or know anybody that could explain it to them? What would be the best way to explain it to take them? An animal that's so docile, go out there and pet them, hang out with them, love on them, and then put them in the chute, and the whole world changes.
You know, you'd have to really be up there. I don't think the cameras get a lot of it, but you can have them bulls, and they'll be coming up the alleyway, which you know what the alleyway is. They'll be coming up it. They're still pretty dog. We'll sit there and pet them, but when they hit that chute, and they feel that guy sat down on them, the old tails will start switching like a dog coming up there wanting petted. You know, it's their job. What majority of them was bred to buck, and they love doing their job. If we have an exercise pen, and it's probably 100 by 100, and we'll just take and run them in it, let them get out there and cut up. They buck. They buck for a good 4 or 5 minutes out there by themselves just playing, but they're just excited to do it. And there's so much false stuff going around that you do this with flank ropes, you do this, you know, to get them to buck. I have one bull named Spice that's real good, and he'll do the same thing without a flank rope as he will with a flank.
Right.
You know, so.
Yeah. And that's what I want people to understand. They're not, we're not doing things, or we do teach them how to get the best out of them, but most of them want to do it.
Yeah.
Or love to do it, or bred. It's in their genetics, and I feel like that's just what they're bred to do, and they do it, and there's nothing mean going on about it. There's a lot of work when you get them in that chute, keep the rider safe, the bull safe, get in its right position where it performs the best. I mean, if they would spend a little more time on that, people would appreciate what a stock contractor does and all the things involved in the chute area, because there's a lot of people moving around, a lot of people doing something. They're not just sitting there watching a bull. They're working that bull, working and keeping that rider safe.
Yes, sir. Yeah, there's a lot of work on the bulls, and like I said, they love the job. They get excited. You'll see some bulls that jump up and all that stuff. Well, it's just because they're overexcited.
Yeah.
And stuff. You can have him in the alleyway. He ain't doing crap like that. But when he gets in there, it's just like a boxer or anything else. Adrenaline gets to flowing. He's ready to go.
Yep.
And sometimes the riders, they ain't real speedy getting out. So he's, energy. He just, let's go.
Right. So what is your all-time favorite bull that maybe you haven't owned or you have owned? What is the one that you just feel like that's what you either model your stuff off of, or what you just enjoyed watching?
I guess the one I like the most, and is because I kind of watched him grow through the process, was riding solo. Uh, I think that bull, he came a long ways, and he's just exciting to watch.
Right. I got you. Well, so we already talked about your up and coming bulls. What so do you go to Vegas for and that's one other thing I think we need help explain, the NFR versus the PBR. What in a nutshell, if you had to explain the difference in the bull industry between the two?
A lot of people like to claim it's a lesser bulls at the national finals and stuff, and which in some cases it's true, but not most cases. There's a lot of these bulls that's bought from the NFR shows that are competing here. It's just two different deals. They don't travel or work as hard, and the difference in the PBR is let me put it this way. You go PRCA, you have 20 bulls in that pen. You may have 2, 3 the caliber of the PBR bulls.
Right.
When you come to a PBR event, every bull out there is stout.
Right.
And a lot of times, honestly, the scores don't show it, but if you're a judge, they're judging off what they like and all of that. So it that bull didn't score but this, and they do this at the PRCA. Well, it's a whole different. They have a judging category.
Yeah.
At the PRCA, that 42.5 would have probably been 44 or 45.
Right.
So there's a lot of misconceptions. I wished everybody would come together and have a better concept on everything, but unfortunately, I don't think that ever happened.
No, I don't either. But I think that's why more than anything I wanted to bring it up. I feel the same way. A lot of people don't know. Why is there a PBR? Well, this is why.
Yeah.
Why is it? NFR. In everything in rodeo, there's different sanctions, different people put on rodeos. So it's not organizations, but PRCA and the PBR are the biggest. That most people hear about. But I feel like PBR has done a great job of production, having ranked bulls, having riders. So what would be one of your favorite riders? All time and currently?
All time, probably, like everybody else, Lane Frost.
Lane Frost.
He was an excellent guy. Currently, I like Cassio Diaz's style. And it's hard to pick one because I'm good friends with so many.
Oh, yeah, that's a hard question to ask.
They're all great
Right.
guys, So, but right now, John Crimber, I really like John. I had the privilege. We put on some little team events through the years, and we had one in Granbury, and that was his first big show from high school and stuff. I think he was 16 or 15 then, coming there in 1 second on his very first show, and I've had the opportunity to watch that kid progress. Caden Loud, Caden Bunch, they used to come to our stuff all the time, and them kids, they're stout.
Stout, yeah. So you got to meet Lane?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So people, I didn't know him or ever get to meet him, but so what do you think when you met him? What was your impression?
Good, joy, fun-loving guy. Anybody could talk to. He's just a good person.
Yeah, I've noticed that his branding's come out and doing his own, kind of rebirthing all that. And I know there's a lot of young kids that don't. They watch the movie and get to learn and all that stuff about him, but getting to talk to people that actually met him, that's the cool part of it.
Yes, sir. And my partner Tom Baker, that new series deal they're coming out with the Lane Frost story or whatever. I can't remember exactly how it is. They had a deal here in Cowtown not too long ago on it. He's a sponsor of that, big sponsor of it. So,
That's cool. Well, Shannon, I wish you the best of luck with your bull, and hope the finals work out great for all of us, and everybody's safe and happy and get it home back to their family and all that good stuff. It was good talking to you. Love hearing your story.
yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Each and every Tuesday, catch a new episode of Grit Branded as we dive into stories from all walks of life in the hopes of you discovering what your grit is.